morning everyone and welcome to HunkydoryFest 2025. We have a whole week full of incredible festival shows and lineups for you. And this week is extra special. It's going to be so fun. We have 5 days of fun, but double the amount of Hunkydory TV, because we are going to be doing shows at 10 a.m. every day and then at 2 p.m. every day as well. So double the shows, 10 shows for you to tune in this week. So here is your ticket to your exclusive backstage pass to celebrate all things Hunkydory this week. And to do that, we're giving away a few really fun things. So firstly, free with every single order you place this week is going to be the ever so funky HunkydoryFest lanyard, which we are nicely wearing here. So if you have a look on here, can you see? You've got the HunkydoryFest logo on there. You're going to be able to use this for so much. Maybe it's the house keys, maybe it's passes at work. You're going to have your HunkydoryFest lanyard coming to you, and they are free with every single order. So if you place more than one order this week, you might be getting it is a HunkydoryFest bunting. Now this is die cut, so you just pop out the bunting. You've got the fantastic little holes in here as well, and then you can just pop your ribbon or your twine through there, so you can be really jazzing up your craft rooms. Or maybe you've got a festival themed birthday coming up this summer. You'll be able to save these and use them for that as well. Super cute. So they're going to come with every order as well until stocks last on that one. And then we've also got a whole host of digital downloads for you to help yourself to on the website. So you can have a look on the hub. You are going to be able to print out your very own VIP passes for the Hunkydory Fest and colour them in. So we've been having lots of fun colouring these in, quite last minute, but we got there in the end. So that's on there, and there's also a full downloadable alphabet, which is really cool because it looks like almost like lights, isn't it? Like Vegas lights with the text on there. So you can use those, you can move them around. They would be perfect for birthdays, to be able to sort of like do big bunting, big banners with them. So visit the hub and have a look at all the digital downloads that are available for you to get as well. This week we have 5 launches with new festival discounts added all throughout the week. There's a chance to win the craft trolley filled with goodies. I haven't seen this. This is very exciting. And the festival is going to end on Sunday the 15th. So we have this whole week of celebrations, new shows, new products, new offers. It's going to be really fun. But before we get to it, let's have a look at this week's Win It Weekly. This week we are giving away our incredible festival bundle. This bundle is worth £65.95. 2 people are going to win this. We did save some bags over for this, didn't we, Jess? Jess went and got them before we sold them out on Friday. So in here, let's open it up, see what you're going to get. You're going to get your rainbow finish adorable scoreable. You are going to get the Sunnyfield mask. That's a great mask. You're also going to get your pretty patchwork mask. Love this one. We've got the cowboy boot and hat die in there. Super essential for a festival. We've also got the cute camera, because of course you can't go to a festival without taking your festival pics. And then we're finishing off with the Floral Melodies little book as well. You're going to get all of this and the bag included, our festival bundle, 2 lucky winners. We're asking you the following question. This is a good one. Like, share and comment, which musical artist holds the record for the highest attendance at a festival? Is it A, Michael Jackson, B, Rod Stewart, or C, Lady Gaga? Like, share and comment for your chance to win, and on Friday's show we will reveal the 2 lucky winners. It's a good question, that one. Very good question. Right, are we ready to see what our first opening act is going to be? And this one is actually really, really cool because our passes that you can download on the website are actually designed to fit the largest die in here. So you can be die cutting your own passes. You could just be using these VIP passes and having them for like birthdays.
Yeah.
I remember for my 18th birthday, we had a marquee up in my grandma's garden, and we had festival. I made and got printed like festival wristbands.
Yeah.
But you could be doing these as invitations, so like the VIP pass on one side,
really cool.
invitations on the other to like a birthday. This is half price right now. Now I know we don't have a lot of these because Anne-Marie wasn't allowed to put them on Hobby Maker.
No.
So if you want to grab your Moonstone Ornate nesting die tags, it's got 9 dies included. You've got all of the nesting dies, plus you've got the 2 little holes that fit into the top here to make sure that your holes are perfectly placed in the middle. Half price right now, £7.49. You're going to have to be quick if you want to get this one. Right, that is your opening act for the day. But what is going to be the main support act? This is your Festival Card Blank Special. Now these are perfect for using with little book pages, especially with those brand new little book frames. These are our Festival Card Blank Special. They contain 40 of your adorable scoreable cardstock. They are already scored for you, so you can just use these as A5 card blanks. You can get your scoreboards out. You can be creating fold backs with these card blanks. You could be creating steppers from these as well. So you've got 20 different colours. You're going to get 2 of each colour here. These are essential for your crafting. They're in our colorways as well, so you're going to be able to mix and match them with things like your essential book of sentiments. You're going to be able to use your shape sentiments. You're going to have to be quick if you've not got those shape sentiments though, because those shape sentiments are about to sell out, and it's going to be a while before we can get them back on the machines. We've got your festival colours of the pink and the orange in here as well. You've got your yellows. You've got all the essential colours you could think of. Should be $19.99, now $11.99 for you to get your hands on this, and it's going to come with all of your envelopes as well. So you have got all of this coming to you, £11.99. That's 40 card blanks, but that could be 80 sheets of A5 card if you wanted it to be, for using with die cuts and things like that. There's loads of different ways in how you can use this cardstock once you get it home, but that is a really good deal for today. But are you ready to see what today's headliner is? It's a really good headliner. It's quite quirky. I think it fits like that really cool, like steampunky festival feel.
Definitely.
If you wanted it to as well. Have a look at our brand new Dapper Dogs and Classy Cats Ultimate Collection. This is a huge set. In here you are going to get your 4 topper sets, including 2 toppers. You're going to get 2 foil cardstock, 2 plain cardstock. You're also going to get the fantastic Mattastic little book in here. Then you're going to get your double-sided papers and your coordinating inserts to go alongside this. Brand new today to get your hands on the brand new Dapper Dogs and Classy Cats Ultimate Collection. And before we even show you through this collection, we're going to go straight to Anne-Marie for our first demo.
Okay, so we're going to use, we're going to go with the cats. I've got to. I love the dogs, but I do have to go to our gorgeous little cats. So I'm going to use this little fancy pants down here. So I'm going to take out the same topper as well for now, and I think we're going to do a little Z fold.
Okay.
So I'm going to trim this off first of all. Let's cut it to 10 first actually, and then we've got our starting size for everything. So I'm going to cut to 10, and then I'm going to cut this section off here. So I'm going to take off the foil because it kind of overlaps the border. So we're having a little bit of foil at the top there, which we will end up kind of covering. And then we've got this border, and I'm going to cut this down as well because it's quite chunky. So I'm going to go to 1.5 inches with that one, so that I can still add this onto here. We could bring that down a little bit if we wanted to see that foil as well, but we're just not covering our little cat up there. So let's grab our scoreboard to just add our scores in. So we're going to go on our inches side, and oh, where's my score tool? We might have to use the studio score tool.
The studio score tool is still on my desk.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to go get it. Do we need to get it? I don't know why I didn't bring it in on Friday.
I ended up yesterday when I was at Hobby Maker, when I was packing all my stuff up, I'd already put my toolbox in my bag, and my score tool was just out, so I've just dropped it into my trolley, and I've forgotten about that. So it's just roaming around in the bottom of my trolley somewhere. And I don't know if I have another one in here, because I gifted my spare ones to the studio.
I actually had 3 in my thing.
Well, I had
so
loads.
I don't know how I even put this in.
I put some in the studio because I had so many, but
Ridiculous.
who knows where everything's gone. So we're going to score at 5 and at 2.5 on this one, and then bringing in our top section, we're scoring at 5 and at 7.5, so that when we fold these up, we get that fabulous Z fold effect at the top there. And then we can just bring in our little topper here. She's going to fit perfectly into that space. So let's take this out of the way now as well and stick some bits down. So I'm going to go with my tape runner, and I just like to kind of fold this up and put my tape on these sections, because these are the only 2 places you need to put your tape on. So I know if I've got it folded up like that, and we can again just fold up the base card and just drop that on the top, and it's going to sit perfectly and stick where we need it to. And then we're going to go to here. I'm just going to grab some of those pips, and I don't know if I might take that little inner frame out and just put one of our papers behind here as well. So we'll just grab.
There's some extra stunning things coming up as well that we've got that works with this collection. That is absolutely gorgeous. We know, oh pardon me.
Bless you.
We know we love our parchment, especially when it's got that artwork on it, and we've got that parchment included for this kit too.
There's so many beautiful things. I thought I was going to miss this. I was so sad because I was on holiday. So when I saw that this was on the schedule for today, I was so happy because it's such a fun kind of quirky collection. So I'm going to go with one of our double-sided papers, and I think I'm going to bring in this really dark kind of royal blue, because that's just going to pick out that blue of her hat and kind of just really draw you into that gorgeous little face. So let me grab some of our strips. We got some roaming around in here.
Good morning to everyone who is tuning in this morning. Lots of people saying that they need this lanyard. They don't know why they need it, but they need the lanyard.
I've got my Gemporia Hobby Maker Pass on mine.
Oh
because
yes,
they gave us a
switch
boring
it
black
round.
one, didn't they?
It does say Gemporia Crafts.
And it's just
I might do that.
black and boring, isn't it?
It is. It is.
So as soon as these came, I was like, Stacey, please can I have one so I can swap my pass over? So yeah, it's much more fun. And then everybody yesterday was like, I want a lanyard.
I want one. I don't think I sent enough, did I?
No, Bex is going to have to take some more tomorrow for sure. So popping that onto there, and we'll just trim around here. Just tucking our scissors under so that they can...
The aircon's clearly killing both of us off this morning, Jess. I said the aircon's clearly killing both of us off this morning.
Causing all sorts of issues, isn't it?
Jess just said, I just choked on chocolate.
Oh, okay. So it's not the aircon.
No, it's just
it
Jess.
Chocolate.
She's not functioning this morning after her late night last night. What time did you get home? 1:45. 1:45?
What time did it
That
finish?
is late.
There was an accident on the motorway, so
Oh, that is not fun.
no.
Jess went to Pitbull last night with half of the ball caps that are literally probably in the UK. Have you seen the photos of everyone just dressed in suits with ball caps last night?
No.
Oh my god, you need to see it. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so we're going to pop her onto there. Let's get some of our regular foam pads for this. So we've got the frame on with our regular 2mm, and then we've used the 4mm for the topper, so she just really kind of pops from that background. So we'll just add this onto here, and then let's go back to our sheet because we've got some amazing sentiments. We've got Feline Fabulous.
Love that one.
Love.
We are not without a pun here when we make collections.
My little cat was not my friend on Friday when I picked her up from the cattery. She, as much as I try and sell going to Auntie Maxine's, it's not her favourite place.
No.
And she seems to have developed like travel sickness. So
Oh no.
literally, as I pulled up at the cattery on the Sunday before we went away, she was sick, and as we pulled up on the drive on Friday, she was sick.
Oh no.
It's like, let's just
doesn't
that bit
like
too
it.
far. No, she doesn't like it. She's not impressed. I don't think I was going to add a border on, but I just don't think we need it. I'm going to go to one of our insets though and just pop one of these on the back as well. So we've got that lovely finishing touch. So I'm going to go with this little fancy cap. So we can trim this down to, let's check our height, because obviously we cut some off this. Oh, it's just about 6. So if you bring this just kind of under, and we trim to just under 5, and then we'll just get our fluffy edges.
We need to replace that trimmer blade, I think.
We need a new trimmer blade.
Just put it down on your post-it note. We need a new trimmer blade for the big stage, the big craft stage.
Yeah. And then we can just add that onto the back there. It's just that finishing little touch, isn't it? It just gives us that lovely space to write our message. And it gives you the opportunity to bring in like some of the other little cats and things as well if you want to. It's so cute. I just love it. I just think the artwork is just so much fun.
It's so quirky. For Christmas last year, our friend Brandon did a portrait like this of their dog Spud, and gifted it to Amy, and it's up in the kitchen, and it's so cool.
Like this, can't you, with,
it's
like
really, really cool.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love it. Thank you, Anne-Marie.
You're welcome.
If you loved Anne-Marie's first demo, then check out the inspiration of all the other cards that were made with this collection. Aren't they just the most adorable things you have ever seen? So let's take a closer look at those fantastic toppers. Now, this topper collection is $19.99 to get it on its own, and that's going to give you the 8 toppers, 8 cardstock, 8 plain cardstock, and 8 foil cardstock. It is really, really gorgeous. So you can see here that you've got those incredible pooches covered. You've got the English Bulldog in there. You've also got the Pug. I'm trying to think what this one is. I'm not too sure about that.
I'm not sure.
But there's a really nice mix of breeds in here as well, and they just suit.
Ashland?
Oh yes, I think it is, and they just suit the style of this collection so much. I love like that text that we've got sort of coming through on the background there. It gives it that sort of like Victorian feel, but you've got the gorgeous sort of really quirky sort of designs in there as well. Look how cool this one is with that damask background as well. Great for fussy cutting this border off and maybe doing sort of like fancy folds with that one. Then we've got all of your pretty cats in here on the perfect day. So you've got your nice round and oval toppers in here. There's a really nice big selection of toppers for this one. So you could be making at least sort of like 4 cards with the elements that we've got in here and the extra sort of like button toppers that we've got included as well. The sentiments on this one are happy birthday, get your glad rags on, which I absolutely love, wishing you the very best, and you are perfect. So you've got those included. We've got a beautiful selection of cardstock with this one. Really, really pretty foiled edged border. that you can see there with that font coming through. Again, this one is super fun as well. They just look so regal and handsome. It's so good, isn't it?
Reminds me of like Guy Fawkes, that one.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Then we've got your golden retriever. We've also got a beagle on here, the spaniel, and then we've got the terrier included as well. I love the shape of the of all the frames that have been used actually, because it's really been thought out, and the style of the frames really fits the style of the collection that we've got here. So your sentiments on this one are, you're not old, you're vintage. For a true gent and have a spliffing day, which really works with the sort of nice feel that we've got here. We love this one.
So cool.
It's so nice. Really, really cool colorways, patterns, textures. This is the topper set that Anne-Marie used as well. So you can see you've got those beautiful frames here again. Just look like picture frames almost with the style of the artwork that we've gone for. Really, really nice design. So again, another 4 cards I reckon you could be making with this topper set, and the cardstock that you've got included in here. So we've got With Love, Feline Fabulous, and To a Classy Lady are your sentiments that you've got here. But you're going to be able to use sentiments that we've got in our essential book of sentiments, or maybe dies as well included, that you could really max out the cards you're making with this one. And this is another really gorgeous cardstock as well, with that sort of the designs that are in the backgrounds really remind me of like wallpaper, like vintage style wallpaper, or wallpaper you'd find in like a doll's house or a stately home, something really like that. Regal. It's really cool. So for the ultimate collection, where you're going to get your inserts and your little book, you can get all of that for £29.97. So that is saving you £8 getting it in that bundle. However, if you just want the toppers, then they are £19.99. And we also have the deal where you can get 5 topper sets for the price of 4. So have a look at that on the website if you're just wanting to get all of the dogs, or if you're a cat person and you're just wanting all of the cats in there as well. So they are £3.99 each to get them individually. So that is our topper collection. We then have our inserts and papers. So let me grab those. And this is a really nice mix of designs. So we've got 4 different inserts for you. You're going to get 3 of each of those. So we've got the dog there. We've got the cat that Anne-Marie used. We've got that handsome retriever there in his top hat. And we've also got the cat in the pink too. So you're going to get 3 of each of those different designs, and they're really nice to be able to like mix and match them. And then you're also going to get 3 each of your double-sided papers. Now these are absolutely fantastic. You've got really beautiful designs that work perfectly on here, and as you can see, this next pattern is on the reverse of here. So it's got your beautiful blue florals with that gorgeous wood grain. Then we've got this gorgeous sort of like swirl damask pattern. And on the back of this one, we have got this beautiful, almost like strips. You could cut these into individual borders to be able to use on your cards. Then we've got the pink with the text in here. And this one works really nicely with your gorgeous lace. This is a beautiful piece of paper here. And then we've got that blue that Anne-Marie used, and on the reverse you've got those gorgeous sort of like roses.
Very British, isn't it?
Really, really sort of like a quintessentially British, isn't it? Really nice, that one. So that's your card insert and paper. So $7.99 to get them, or you're going to get them free if you get the ultimate bundle. Your little book is fantastic because of course we have even more of our favourite pooches and those cats in here. A really nice mix of designs for you to see through. Look at all of these. So cute. I love that one as well. So with this little book you get lots more options for different like breeds of cats, different makeups. I love the way that they're all sort of like layered together. Some of them have like that really nice scrapbook feel that you would sort of put together with steampunk. So you do have that sort of like touch of steampunk in here as well with some of the designs, but then you've also got that really pretty, almost like shabby chic feel, but like a vintage style. Love the artwork in here. It's so, so cute. You could have these and put them in little A6 frames and have them in the house.
They'd be so cool.
They would be absolutely adorable, because this is sort of like a style of artwork that you will find a lot in home decor. It's very, very quirky. But if you've got cats and dogs that look like these characters, they are going to be awesome. And they are on Mattastic as well, so if you did want to colour them in so they look more like your furry friends at home, then you could do with your pencils.
Yeah.
Just go in there and sort of like add extra bits of colouring. So $9.99 if you want to get your hands on your Mattastic little book. Then we've got that printed parchment I was talking about. Absolutely gorgeous, this. So you're going to get 4 sheets here. We've got 2 sheets that are in the beautiful sort of edge-to-edge design. So this one is your wood grain. This is going to work with so many collections, and dyes that we have as well. Floral dyes will look beautiful with that. Then we've got this design here, which is sort of like a really nice muted lace pattern. Super, super stunning, that one. Then the next 2 we have for you are your sort of like picture designs where we've trimmed them down. So you're going to get 2 that are A6 and 4 that are A7. These are fantastic to work with, like your frames that you're not using with your toppers, like those tiny little frames. You're going to be able to use those with them. You're going to be able to cut apertures and get your dies out and create panels for your cards. Pop these on the top of boxes, or maybe like it's a gift bag that you've got there. But really nice artwork across all of the 4 patterns. You're going to get 4 of each sheet, so that's going to be 16 sheets in total, $9.99. And then we've got the Mattastic selection for you. So of course we have gone through our Mattastic and picked out all of our favourite colours. There's 8 different ones to get here. So we've got our earthy brown, the cloudy skies, we've also got your sandstone, the navel blue, we have the maroon, the ice blue, the chocolate, and the rosy pink. So all going to work really, really beautifully well with that kit. We have even more things within this collection to show you, but we're going to show you some cards that the team have made, and then we're going to go back to the big craft stage for Anne-Marie's next demo. I love the use of the frames here.
It's so cool, isn't it?
It's really, really clever. This is beautiful as well, sort of like that half front card. Bex has created that one. Again, this is stunning. A really nice use of the frames, the smaller images.
Yeah.
And it really works with kits like this to really sort of take all those different elements and use them together. We've got a fold back there with that British bulldog, a gorgeous easel. One moment. Oh,
is it stuck?
Do you know what has happened here? I'm not going to say it. Someone was taking photographs of these, and they've put some tape on the back, so it was all stuck down. Really, really like the different shapes that you can be creating here with that one.
Photo frame, doesn't it, propped up like that?
We've got this fold back as well with the different pooches on, and then we've got some cards using your little books. So really nice use of the little books alongside other things that you will have in your stash. We've got this gorgeous like swing card that Amy's created. So you've got that little book page sort of like dangling in the middle there. Layering up all of your images and frames, it really, really works so well together.
Oh, I like the use of that frame as well in the middle.
It's clever, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks cute.
Really, really clever. This is cool. Got all of those different pages. And then just cutting out her hat and like moving it up with different flowers and layering those bits and pieces everywhere. You're giving yourself like little elements. And then we've got some with the parchment as well. We've got this one that uses the frame, and you can see that that is completely see-through there. And then we've also got this easel that we've created with our extra feline friends on there, making them look really sharp.
That spaniel that you've just looked at, and we're doing a very similar thing. We're putting it into that fabulous frame because it looks amazing. So we're going to use some of the wooden parchment as well, and some of our adorable scorables. So I'm going to trim this down first of all. So we're going to do an 8x6 tent fold. So let's just trim this down to 6 and then to 8. So this is that really dark dark brown. I'm not sure of its colour name.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Oh,
And we've got chocolate and we've got earthy brown in this one.
It's so nice.
Very
It's like
nice selection.
Gorgeous. Could have used so many of the colours, to be fair. Like, there's just loads in here.
I think there's like so many things that you'll have in your stash that you'll be able to use with this kit as well.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Your prism, glimmer mist would work to create really nice backgrounds.
Yes.
You'd be able to use like your gilding flakes and things like that.
Definitely. So we're going to bring this down to, so we've cut a piece of mirror to 5 3/4 by 7 3/4, and then I'm going to cut the parchment down to just slightly under that. So we're going to layer the parchment over the mirror because I love that kind of effect that you get of the mirror underneath the parchment. It gives you like a really cool like shimmer, but it's also bringing in that little matte and layer edge for us as well, so that when we pop that onto that chocolate brown, it looks just perfect. So that is all of our cutting, I think, so we can pop that out of the way for now. So we'll get these layers stuck down first. So I'm going to go, just going to go with my tape runner on here. So just add in a few strips of our tape runner onto the back, and then just lining that up onto here. Because the print is so good and the parchment's so thick, you won't see that adhesive through there at all. If you wanted to, if you were unsure, you could put all your toppers on first and then turn it over and add your adhesive where your toppers are, if you just wanted to be sure. But it's quite good for hiding all of our adhesive. So I'm going to foam pad this onto the front. So it's just going to give that little bit of a lift off the front of our card. So just adding that with that gorgeous edge all the way around. And then we're going to go to our little friend here, and I'm just going to use my scissors to cut this out because we're going to kind of trim it to the frame, so we don't need to be really precise with that. And I'm going to bring in that die cut frame from the topper.
It looks so good, like layering up those different like patterns in the parchment too.
Yeah,
you can kind of just see that wood grain ever so slightly
it's really
behind
cool,
it.
isn't it?
So nice.
So I'm gonna stick this onto the back of my frame. Now I want to make sure that I don't get the top edge, but I do want to see kind of like top of his hat. So I'm gonna kind of line it up so I can just, so it literally just sits at the top. Obviously, because we've got that kind of curve in that top of that frame, it does make it a little bit trickier. So I just want to make sure that I'm as close to the top of that as I can, so we can see his hat still, but just making sure that straight edge doesn't peek through on there. And again, we can just trim this down so it matches our frame, and then we can get him onto our card. So I was going to, oh, let me get those bits as well in the corners. I was going to pop him onto a little bit of mirror as well and kind of have him on there, but
more
now,
shiny.
I don't know, but I quite liked, because I like the look of him on the mirror.
Oh, he's so good on the mirror.
But
it
then
just
I liked
shines.
the wood grain behind him as well. So now I'm not sure. I think I'll stick with mirror.
Cool.
It does look cool, doesn't it? So we can go with our adhesive. So again, we don't have to just stick to the frame, but we might as well, with the frame being there. We'll just go around with this, and again we're just going to trim this to fit, so just kind of lining it up as close to the edge as we can. And it does give you such a cool effect, popping your mirror behind. It kind
of adds like that, it like illuminates the images.
Yeah, it really does. If you're ever like kind of unsure like what colours to put behind, or because obviously it's going to look different with different colours behind.
100%.
Your mirror is always going to give you a fabulous finish. So if you're ever in doubt, just go to your mirror because it looks incredible.
And it's just another way to use parchment in a kit as well, and it does give you a different look having the parchment versus the paper.
Definitely.
It's a completely different feel.
Definitely. So. It just looks
almost
so
makes
cool.
It look metallic.
Almost pearlescent, isn't it? It's really cool. So we can layer him up onto there now. And you could get really clever with this, and you could pop like some chain or some string at the top to make it look like a picture frame. It would look super cool. So we'll add him it just adds, I don't know, it adds a little bit of life behind his eyes as well with that mirror.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool. And then we're going to go to just these fabulous little tags down here. We've got You're Not Old, You're Vintage. So I'll just trim these little bits off. And then we can use some of that fabulous ribbon that we've got coming up as well.
Yes.
Just to...
There's some good colourways in there.
There's some fabulous colours. I had a little look and I was like, oh, it's gorgeous. This is one that I feel like I would use so much in my stash.
Mm.
So just pop in that little foam pad behind there. We'll add that onto the bottom of that frame, and then we'll go to this ribbon and we'll get that amazing kind of burgundy shade out, just to pull out the colours he's got on his hat and his bow tie. And we'll just add a cute little bow. There is a little bow printed onto that tag, but we'll add a real one for a bit of texture.
I think it's nice to be able to like add them in though at different points, and even like popping them on the top of your frames, or
Yeah.
you know, adding that extra, the texture and look with the bows. It works really well with this collection.
Definitely, especially
some collections aren't necessarily a ribbon collection.
No.
Like, it would work, but this is definitely a bow collection, isn't it?
A ribbon collection, isn't it? It's funny, isn't it? Like, some of them we look at and we just think, well, it's not a ribbon one.
No, it's not going to work with a ribbon.
But yeah, this
definitely does.
So we'll just add our little glue dot on there. Oh, he's just so cute. Oh, we need to put him on a card. That'd be helpful.
Viv says, this doggy looks exactly like my best friend's dog. It's
Ah.
absolutely gorgeous.
See, you just know that your friends would love cards like
Yeah.
this. If they look similar to their pet, they're going to absolutely love it, aren't they?
And also just for like making to sell, they're super
Oh,
quirky, aren't they?
yeah,
So
definitely.
they're definitely going to draw people in.
100%.
I love this, and such a good way of showing how to use your parchment differently as well. Thank you, Anne-Marie.
You're
Lots of
welcome.
love for that card. Great card, says Anita. Loads and loads of comments coming in. If you would like to win our Win It Weekly, we are running this week. You can get our festival bundle. It's going to give you your tote bag. It's also going to give you your Rainbow Mirror Finish Adorable Scoreable. We've got 2 mask sets for you in here, which really fit the theme quite nicely. We've got that cowboy boot and your cowgirl hat. We've also got the fantastic floral mirror and your floral melodies. If you would like to get your hands on this, all we would like you to do is answer the following question. Which music artist holds the record for the highest attendance at a festival? Is it A, Michael Jackson, B, Rod Stewart, or C, Lady Gaga? Now, we were asked this question on Friday, but Jess wasn't so kind to us. She didn't give us any options. We just had to try and work out ourselves. And I think it probably took us maybe like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We had a few clues. A few, but 10 minutes, it took us a really long time to work it out. But get your comments in, because that is a really good prize. Next up, we have some other elements that you can get that work really nicely alongside this collection. And that card that Anne-Marie's just made would work so well with some of these other colours that we've got in our Miri selection here. So there's 8 different colours. You're going to get 2 sheets of each. We've got our steel grey, which is going to work so well with like the tones in the animal skin. We've got pastel pink. We've also got the soft blueberry, the rich burgundy. You're going to get your blue shimmer, the gold, the pillar box red, and also your burnished bronze. So really nice mix of colours there. Just $8.99 to get your hands on that coordinated Miri. $8.99 is absolutely fantastic. Then we've got our ribbon selection. And like Anne-Marie said, this is a great mix of colours in here for you. So we've got 10 different colorways in this kit. You're going to get 2 meters of each. So you can see we've got the colors first up that match the kit. So you're going to get your pink, your blue, that royal blue, and then that burgundy selection. Then we've got a mixture of all of your neutral tones that we know are going to work so well with this kit. So you've got your chocolate brown, you've got your honey gold, we've then got your like straw colour, You've got your cream, your white, and then we've also gone with the silver grey to match all of those cats that are in the collection, because that works really, really well with those. So if you'd like to get your hands on that, $9.99 to get your ribbon selection. Then we've got your gemstones. Now this was more of a challenging one to actually pick the colours out for this, because there's lots of different sort of designs. Now because it's quite a like a vintage style, I definitely thought the studs would work better than your regular sort of like gold gemstones. So you've got a pack of your gold studs in here. Then we've gone for shimmer gemstones this time.
Nice.
So giving you a really nice feel, because it's too vintagey for pearls.
Yeah,
But it's not going to work with your originals.
Yeah.
So this gives you that nice mix, because you've got sort of like the style of the regular colours, but in like muted colourways, which are going to work really nicely, especially with the Mattastic too. So you've got your sepia, you've got your pink, and you've also got the blues, which all match through with the colours there. And if you are sort of like missing that red, because we don't really have a red selection,
no,
but if you are missing that red, you can go over your sepia, like the lightest sepia will work really, really nicely with the burgundies from your alcohol markers. So $9.99 for coordinating gemstones if you want to get your hands on those. Then we have some stamps. And we've got some fantastic cards to show you with this as well. So 3 stamps here for you. You can buy them all individually at $9.99 each, but the bundle is going to give you one completely free. So we've got 3 different stamps for you. We've got the classic cat. I'll turn it over so you can see it in more detail in a moment. You're going to get a border strip, 2 sentiments and 2 elements. And you can see there how well this can be coloured in. Let me see if I can find it on a card to show you. Look at this. This is so clever. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the little letter that's been made here as well on the side. I don't know if there's a name on this one. I don't think there is.
That's mine then.
If you're watching and you made this card, then thank you for this, because it is stunning. Also, look at the detail on the back of here. So this is fantastic. They've like created stripes with the different colours, and then stamped one of the stamps that's coming up on the show to create like it almost looks like really cool wallpaper.
It looks like really kind of distressed.
It's so good.
Textures.
Absolutely love that one. Definitely can't see a name on the back, but whoever's that is, thank you so much. It's gorgeous. Then the next one we have for you is your Dapper dog. So you've got the bulldog in here. You're also going to get 2 button elements. You've got the watch. We've got have a fantastically spliffing birthday, and to a dapper gentleman. You've also got the mustache if you want to add a little mustache onto your dog as well. So you can see all the elements that you're getting in there. And the cards for this are stunning as well. Look how cool this is.
That's really cool.
This one is by Wendy. Absolutely gorgeous background there. Fantastic colouring with that watercolour design. And then we've also got this one. This one's made by Kim. Really, really pretty gatefold there.
It's so cute.
Such gorgeous design, and again, fantastic colouring. And then this one is really cool. So this one has been used a lot. In that first one, you saw it framing the design and also in that background. But these are sort of like your ornate frames and corners, and they are gorgeous. There's loads you can do with this. They tile really nicely, so you can make bigger designs. We've got the rectangle that could also be a square if you masked it properly. Then we've got that half a circle that you could use as like to create that gorgeous border that you can see on the design. This is a really cool stamp and works so well with all of the cards that have been created with this kit. Really this one's used the frame, and then the cat's sort of like popping out of the frame. This one has got the border design on there. Look at the difference in colouring as well with this. This one again was done by Wendy. So gorgeous sort of card for that one. This is incredible.
That looks so good.
It's so cool. It literally looks like you're looking at a picture.
It's amazing.
It's so well coloured in. And then we've got some other cards that were made using some of the other items. So you can see we've got the ribbon on here with that parchment that's been ripped to give that really nice feel. This one again is a gorgeous gatefold, foldback, created by Barbara. Love this. The use of those shaped edge card blanks with this kit. You know what else would look really good with this one? those fantastic, oh, what are they called? Like the torn edge ones.
Oh, deckled.
Deckled edge.
Yeah,
Deckled
really
edge
cute.
would work so nicely with
Yeah.
these. But there's loads of different styles and cards you can be making with this kit. It's a really nice one that you can mix and match quite well as
Yeah.
well, with the different colours and the cats and the dogs that we've got in here. Super, super nice. So if you want to be creating cards with this collection, then you absolutely can be. Remember, our Ultimate Collection is going to give you everything that you see here. We've got 8 toppers, 8 foil cardstock, 8 printed cardstock, your little book page, which has got 120 sheets in, and then you're also going to get your inserts and papers in with the kit as well, all for £29.97. Shall we go back to Anne-Marie for a last demo?
Yeah, we're going to go back to our cats.
Let's do it.
We're going to do the little pink one because she's just little pink Guy Fawkes. I just think she's adorable. So we're going to do 7x7. So I'm going to cut this down to 7 that way.
You wouldn't mess with that cat either, would you?
No, she looks rock hard.
She would be.
Yeah, she looks like she means business.
She's
doesn't
ruling the streets.
Yeah, for sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut an aperture out of here as well. So I'm going to go from the lace up an inch, in an inch, and then I'm going to go along the top and do an inch this way, and the same here. But I'm going to stop where we get to our little cat hat, and again here. So we're going to fussy cut around the cat, but we're doing our straight edges with our trimmer there just to make it that little bit easier. So we can just go in and grab that little corner. As always trying to undercut in the corners, because you can always go in with your knife or your scissors and just tidy those up. There we go. And then we're going to just go around this little bit of lace that we have here. It'd be so nice to add in your own kind of like lace and things like that that you might have in your stash too. It would look fabulous.
It is a more is more collection, isn't it?
Definitely, and I think with some of like the dogs, you know, if you've got like those really fancy like brass buttons.
Yes. Or like little keys and like lockets and things.
All of those sort of things are just going to look fab. So just going to bring in some of that fur detail. I'm not going crazy because life's too short. Just going around the little brim on her hat, and then we shouldn't be too bad once we get round here. Now it's quite easy to fussy cut.
Oh, this is nice. Anita says you could use the peel-off borders to make it look like they're hanging off.
I was going to say, that would look really cool.
Especially with that new one we've got, which is really lacy.
Yeah.
That would look so nice together with this.
It's definitely a collection where your peel-offs are going to fit really nicely in this. And like you say, for that kind of border detail and things like that, that lacy one would be fab. So again, just going around. This has definitely got to be a big fluffy like Maine Coon kind of cat, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So hopefully we've got through everything there. I think I need a new blade in my craft knife. I'm quite scared because we don't have any, do we?
We've got one. How have you got one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there literally one left? Oh, there's a few in there. I can feel them.
Ooh, that's exciting.
We're going to have to share these out, I think, Jess.
Yeah.
It's a full pack. There's
Is
5 in
it?
here. It's one for all of us.
Oh, how exciting. Let me just quickly change because it is definitely on its way out. Just pop that in there for now.
There you
Thank
go.
you. This is the problem when we do offers on stuff like this. We don't get prepared and take our stock out.
No one even thought that they were going to run out. So we were shocked.
Yeah. And now we don't have any. Oh, that's better. My goodness me, what a difference. You can so tell, can't you, when it's ready. I'll just grab some of those fluffy bits again, just to make sure that we're through. I noticed yesterday at Hobby Maker, I was like, oh, this is getting a little bit tough.
You can tell when it's ready, especially when you're doing like intricate fussy cutting like this.
There we go. Just grab those little bits there. Looks a little bit better now. She doesn't look as bulky. She's a little bit more fancy. So we've got this kind of aperture now that's going to go onto our 7x7. So usually what I would do is if I'm cutting an aperture out of a card and some cardstock is I'd do it all at once, but obviously because I wanted to fussy cut her, you can't really do, well you can do it, but you don't have to cut through both.
It just makes it a little bit more difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pencil line where I can cut to underneath here, because it doesn't have to match exactly. I don't need to fussy cut around the cat on the carte blank. I just need to cut this section out. So if I just bring that over like that, I know I can kind of run around here, and I could even do it with my trimmer, to be honest, and just straighten all those edges off. I'm going to take it a little bit further out than my pencil line, just so that I know it's definitely going to be behind my
hidden
cardstock. And then I can just add a little bit of wiggle in if we want to, but it's really not essential.
That's what we're using to cut it out. It is our craft knife, Beth. Now you can still buy the craft knife, can't you? And it comes with an extra set of, I think it's 2, you get 3 in total, don't you?
That's what we're going to have to do. We're just going to have to get new.
So you can get the craft knife. They do come with the blades. If you already have our craft knife, unfortunately, our blades are out of stock. That's what happens when Dan chooses what the offers are going to be.
Yeah, he's good at this. Yeah, it's his skill in life, isn't it?
It's really easy to cut out with our craft knife, though. I think it's so comfortable.
It is.
And there's so many craft knives on the market that you can use for fussy cutting, and they're actually make the job harder.
Yeah.
But I think this one's really nice. You know that the knife at the top doesn't move around at all, so you're going to get that sort of really nice professional sort of finish. It's almost like just holding a pencil, so you just draw around those areas you want to remove, and then it cuts it out beautifully for you.
So there we've got that fabulous kind of cut out detail in the front, and then I'm going to go in, we're going to go pattern heavy.
That looks so good.
And we're going to pop that behind her.
It's bringing in like a totally different like look as well, like
colourway.
colourway.
And it's one of those collections where I think you can just layer and layer, you know, like you said, more is more.
Because you've added the hints of blue in there as well, if you wanted to mix and match it, you'd be able to put in the dogs from a Jolly Good Fellow topper, you know, with those blues. So bringing in those extra sort of like tones into your card making allows you to be able to mix and match even further with the designs you've got in this.
It just all works together so well. Quite often with the collections, the kind of topper sets are, I always like to kind of keep them in the topper sets, but you know, like you say, this is just so versatile for mixing and matching. And then I'm going to go to my toppers. I was gonna bring in this little gal, but I was going to do 8x8 originally, you see, but we didn't have an 8x8 in here, so I thought, well, let's just go 7x7. So we could take her down with that, take the frame off and kind of have her in there, but then I might take this inner frame or the outer frame actually, let's have a look, and have this on the front.
Ooh, nice.
But like kind of highlighting her there, or maybe she can come on the front. Let's have a look. Or is she better on the inside, do you think?
I like her on the front, you know.
I like her on the front.
Because you're still going to be able to glue it down.
Yeah. And then we'll have, get your glad rags on.
Love that.
Cute.
Best topper
oh, this one's
of the
cute,
year,
actually. That is very cool, is it? This one's got both of them on. So we could definitely use that one as well and have our glad rags up here. Add a little bow. Let's go with that. So
lots of people in the comments saying that if they tried to put their cats in outfits, they would not like it.
My life would not be worth living.
Agree with you. Oscar.
My mum's cat Boris, he's so lovely. He's a really big cat. He's like a little tiger. He's adorable and he's so cuddly. And he comes over and he's like meowing at you and he's like, oh, stroke me, you know, I'm going to be really sweet. And then all of a sudden he'll just attack you.
Just get you.
He just attacks you. He's
gets brutal. You when you're not.
Yeah.
Gets you when you're not thinking about
sense of security. You're having a nice time and having a little stroke, and then he just goes, nope. Right, let me check, because I was going to hang this off, wasn't I? And maybe not glue this down.
I think it was still a little bit further in.
Yeah.
It was only off a little bit on the top and the bottom side.
We go like that.
Yeah.
That works.
So nice.
And then we'll pop this little gal in.
Oscar's daycare does a lot of like cool events, but like, do you know, for holidays, so when it's Halloween, you can go dressed up and they do like little photo shoots and things like that. He hates it, absolutely hates it. He does this funny walk anytime you put him in a jumper. He's like, get this off me.
You can get so many cool things now, can't you? I see them all the time at like B&M and stuff.
Yeah. I remember when my friends got Guinness, the Labrador, they dressed him up as a pumpkin for the first time, for his first Halloween, and it was like a big, like puffy pumpkin outfit. Yeah. Really, really cool.
That's so cute. So get your glad rags on up there. I'll just cut a couple of pips off this one because it's just a bit pippy. I'll be thinking about them all night if I leave them. Add this one down here. And then we'll go in with some of our ribbons. And I'm going to go with the blue, just to bring that in from the background.
Oh, that's going to work nice.
As well. And I'm just, again, just going to add another little bow onto.
And you could be using the bows like with the bow that the cat's got on the neck. You could be sort of like adding the bow there, using a little bit of your tape runner, and then you can stick it in place so you kind of can't see it.
Yeah, you could do so many cool things.
Really cool things.
It's gorgeous. So we'll just trim off our little tails and pop this one just on the, get your glad rags on. So just using our glue dot to pop that on. There we go. That's so cute. Oh,
so
we've
adorable.
Got a little bit of, there we go.
Such a good idea. It works really nicely, and it looks really good as well, like mixing the two shapes that you've put together, like that rectangle and the circle. They really go together so nicely, so you can really see how well you can mix and match all these little animals together, and they look awesome. Right, what do we have left to share with you? Because of course we are back today at 2 p.m. Bex and Amy are going to be with you. We have an exclusive stamp set, limited edition dies, and lots of Full of Love of Stamps offers for you too. So make sure you're back here 2 p.m. today to catch that show with Amy and with Bex. And then Bex has got a busy day because she's at Hobby Maker again tomorrow as well. It's something top secret though. We're not allowed to share it. It's like that artist, you know, that comes, that's like a special artist or has a different name. We're not allowed to talk about it, but there's something extra special coming tomorrow. So make sure you join her for festival fun at 1 p.m. and at 4 p.m. on Hobby Maker. And then, we've got to add to the giveaway trolley. This is nice. So it says on here, I can add any product I like from today's show to the trolley. This is going to happen every day. I'm guessing it's going to happen every show as well. Every show, so 10 opportunities for us to add things to the trolley. Jess, Lisa and Kelly are going to keep a tally of how much it's worth, and then we're going to give it away on Friday. How exciting is that? So I'm thinking let's just put in the whole Ultimate Collection from today.
Definitely.
Let's go in with that. So it's here. The trolley is here. I'm going to add it to the top of the trolley, and then we will see how much gets added to there by Friday. Thank you all for watching this morning. Have a lovely rest of your day, and make sure you tune in at 2 p.m. today for another hour of festival fun.